Hi everyone, a very good afternoon. Welcome. I'm at Sentosa today at Jacket, where you're gonna see someone, a special friend who is doing the bungee jump. I'm gonna interview in a while. Alright, he's queuing up to get his tickets. So in the meantime, let me bring you around to have a look at the facilities at Jacket Sentosa. Nice fronting, facing the sea, the southern part of Singapore. And here we are. Not the pool for you to swim, but more of the what's going up. Looking, and that's where the platform where you're going to do the launch and the daredevil jump. So I was told that's at about 47 meters above ground. Behind me is the tower where I'm going to show you behind me. Right, that's about 17 stories high. Yes man, 17 stories high. So someone, a guest of mine, will be jumping off that tower and right into the pool just behind this, as you can see. Alright, so you'll be up and down. Okay. Hi Rosli, yes, that's the man. He's going for the jump. Oh no, with the thunder in the background. I hope it's still on. Mr. Rosli, imagine falling off from the ledge at the top of the tower and doing a free fall all the way into the water. Fortunately, there's water, not land. So Rosie, I know this is not your first time, alright? This will be your 10th time?
Yep.
Okay, so what goes through your mind now?
Just want to get it over and done.
Just get it done and over. It's like a job, man. Alright?
Finish it up.
So for this 10th jump, what do you look forward?
I want to try something different in terms of falling,
Okay?
but don't know whether my body is willing to turn a bit.
Alright. Okay.
See whether can or not.
Okay, so do some stretching exercise, man.
Yeah.
Alright. Yes, do something. So we hope to see some patterns, alright, of the free fall.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the tower again, and we are slowly zooming in to have a look right at the top platform where Mr. Rosli is going to make that jump, a free fall. Now as you can see, they are all making preparation for him, having the ropes, and at the end of the rope, that's where Mr. Roasty will be tied his legs. Yes, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, that's Rosli. Wow, he's already getting prepared. I wonder what's in his mind now, what's going through his mind. There you are, man. Mr. Roasty doing his 10th jump from AJ at the tower. Yes, man. He's safe and sound. Back to Earth. Back to ground zero. Mr. Rosli. A round of applause for Mr. Rosli. Hi everyone, welcome once again to the Yes Podcast. Together with me today is Rosli.
Hi.
I'm sure many of you have remembered from the last podcast, we actually presented about his profession on events management.
Yep.
Alright, so how has it been since we last met?
Okay, I've been keeping myself busy.
Oh, that's great. Alright, so I'm glad for that because as the economy is slowly opening up and as more businesses also becoming up and also engaging your service, I'm very happy for you. Now, but today we're not going to talk about his profession, but more of a passion, a crazy passion, I would say. Alright, and just about that. This whole series, you're gonna see crazy stuff that people do, to the extent that why people go to such extent to really risk their lives at times, or taking the risk on a bigger scale. So today I have Rosli. We're gonna talk about bungee jump. Yes. Alright, the crazy man who's gonna fall off. How is it?
This is 17 stories.
17 stories. That's roughly about 47 meters. Like that. Alright. So, what makes you really? How do you come about to take on bungee jump?
I guess initially, when I was back in poly, you taught me how to conquer my fear of heights. Okay, but that was only like maybe one or two levels only.
Yes.
Right. So it was only, I guess, maybe in poly time. So after poly time, I wanted to jump. I saw it in Waterfront City, Batam, but by then I got no balls to jump. I would say. So it just happened that one fine day, me and a few of my friends, we went to Bangkok. We found out that there's a bungee jump at Pattaya, which is I think a few hours away drive. So I decided then to extend so that I can go ahead and do my jump. So that was my first jump in Pattaya.
So that was your first jump, and since then, how many jumps have you made?
If you count today's jump,
Okay.
10.
10 jumps. Wow.
So I make it a point. Every year I have a quota of 2 jumps to go.
Okay.
So yep.
Why do you set yourself a quota for a year? And fortunately, it's 2, no? Not like every month you're doing 1. But what do you get out of this jump?
Adrenaline, one thing. It's just sometimes you want to get things off your chest, you know. I'm not the confrontational person, so most of the time when I get to keep a lot of things, people tell me stuff and so forth. So when I go up there, or like when I jump, it's just like getting out of my system, you know. So that's why.
So as you are going down towards Earth, so you let go all your frustration, you scream, ah!
Well, at times you scream, sometimes you curse.
Alright. Well, now going through this experience, can you just walk through what goes through in your mind, your head, just prior to the jump? We just want to understand. We can't have something in your head, put a system, but can you just walk us through what goes in your mind prior to the jump?
Prior to the jump, okay, let's just say registration, the moment just steps in, comes in, okay, you're prepping yourself. So once you take the lift up, all the way up, and starts to build up, all the way when they start to wrap your feet together, it just, it just makes you realize that, okay, there's no way for me to turn back already. Okay. So when everything's ready and I'm on the edge of the platform itself, I would just look down and I would say, what the hell am I doing here again?
Yes,
every time I say that to myself, why do I put myself into their shoes? But to myself, nah, I just need to get this off my system. This is a quota that I set for myself. So let's just go for it.
Okay. So at any point of time, I know you have done 10 jumps. So any point of time in your initial few jumps, were there times that you actually, second thoughts, third thoughts? I think I need to go back now.
There was once, I believe it's at Phuket. Somehow I feel like when they wrap my feet together, it wasn't that tight. So I still don't know how to tell them, hey, can you tighten it up? But eventually I just go up. So when I jump, it felt loose lah. It felt like I was about to just fall off without the bungee itself. But I think I just hang on to. I think cross my feet, something like hoping that it doesn't come off lah. Yeah, but then I guess I like the whole adrenaline thing in the field.
Okay, so wow, it's so the assurance that you've got. So do you trust in the system that you have gone through all?
I mean, locally, yes. Overseas, I guess so. Certain countries. Other than, there are certain countries that I try not to lah.
All right.
Okay. But I shall not mention which country. But so far, okay lah. Okay. The higher the better, I think.
So when you're at the age now, you're doing the jump, right? So just curious because I've seen some people even in the past when you're doing the adventure, because some people just see right on top, okay, just jump. Some will take probably 10 seconds, some will even 2 minutes or 3 minutes. All right. So when at that point of time, what really in your mind ready to say, just go?
Okay. First foremost, at the edge, just look across, see the whole scenery.
Okay.
Yeah, I will literally see the scenery, look down a bit. If there are friends out there below, I just shout at them and ask them, hey, don't forget the cameras and so forth.
Okay.
Then just take deep breath, another deep breath, and then just jump. So jump wise, there are different jumps, different pattern, I would say. I think one of the best jump would be the swan. When you just, but when you do that way, you won't hit the water.
Right.
So that's one downside. So the best jump for if you want to hit water, you just do this way. Just topple down, straight down, and you will be able to hit the water.
Oh, okay. So when you hit the water, actually, I mean, how deep it is? Your head, your hands, you can touch the water.
Most of the time, it will be my whole head will be down. One of my last jump, I think it was below my knee.
Wow.
That was really deep. Yeah. And I was quite happy because I think the jump is one to get myself wet, to get it's like when you start, the whole thing, getting myself wet, it's like get out, it's like yes, I'm cleansed.
What a way to get cleansed from a 17-story side, then you jump into the pool. Now, from the jump itself, as you're going down, right? I mean, facing your eyes probably are way wide, and what going through? What's the feeling there? Sorry, you have to run through because for me it's been like, when was this? In my maybe early 20s, 30s, which I did somewhere in Queenstown, New Zealand.
Okay.
All right, that was way long ago. Okay, so I can't really remember. I know how you can visualize, and also during military, I did some kind of jump. But how about yourself? What comes to mind? What do you see? What do you feel actually? You feel like your heart coming out of the...
the first few times you feel your heart is coming out. It's like you scream, you shout, your face is like super ugly. If you see the GoPro, right, you can see your face like super ugly and you don't want to buy the video. But subsequently, you learn how to manage your fear. So after you jump, depends on your facial expression, because for me it's like if I know got GoPro, I try to maintain cool. I don't want to make it seem as if I'm scared or whatever. But so far so good. But different people have different. I saw a YouTube clip just recently. This guy, poker face.
Serious?
Literally, he did so many jumps. He did like 10 jumps a day. A day. Mine's only like 10 jumps so far. His face is like super poker face. So maybe I try doing poker face.
No feeling at all. So I think it's like immune to it already. Now, as you're going down, then as you when you touch the water, right, at the base, then yes, you are in a way you're being wagged up, right? Can you describe especially the wanging up? Falling is free fall, fine, but it's when once you touch water and when you being wanged up, that's how's it feel like?
Snap out of reality.
How come?
It's just like I really want that whole feeling. If technically 17 stories, the whole I think maybe about 4 seconds whole jump itself. But I guess if it's higher, maybe the feeling is I like that type of feeling, that adrenaline. So being snapped out of it is like, wow, you have to wake up and back to reality right now. You have to like go back to work. All these things. So maybe for me, it's like I still want to go into fantasy mode where just go free fall, just like skydive in reality.
Okay. Now, actually, when you see people besides yourself, the other people who are on the platform, right? Especially those prior to you, right? When I'm not going to jump, right? Does it in a way just make you decide, should I join him, not to join, or just proceed?
No, I would still proceed. Especially if it's a girl who doesn't do it, then she back off, right? I cannot be looking like a girl and back off. So I'll just never mind, just go for it, you know, just jump. But yeah, I mean, once I think I get the initial shock after the second jump. I don't have that feeling of backing up. It's just that always at the edge, you're just thinking of yourself, why are you still wanting to do this, in a sense?
Yeah. So, based on your experience in you mentioned Pattaya, right? So, at any point of time, is that even though you've been doing it many times, don't you have that any point of time that you feel like, will I be maybe not properly tied up? Will I be free fall without the ropes? That the system will break down? Is there that fear inside you?
I guess once you trust the system, similarly, just go for it lah. I mean, in terms of whatever happens later on, well, if it's not my day, too bad. Yeah, but at least I'm gone doing something I enjoy. Okay. That's my philosophy lah, in a sense.
So you did once and you're doing 10 times. Now, again, just now you mentioned about there's fear, there's courage. So doing bungee jump, how would you describe? Is it a fear or is it a courage?
The fear is to overcome that fear of heights itself lah.
Okay.
So once you pick up that piece, that your courage to just, even you just stand at the edge, I would say I will really applaud you already. You don't have to take the jump, you already stand up there,
right.
I applaud you. But of course, I will give you a salute once you jump down. Okay, I'm not kidding. I had a friend, he is, I think more than double of me.
Yeah.
Okay, I push him until he agreed to come down. I push him to go registration all the way to the top. They give him 2 ropes because of his weight itself.
Okay. Sure.
We waited for some time for him to come down. He was like, want to go, want to not go, and so forth. But he really took the plunge.
Right.
And for that, I salute him. I really salute him because for normal, like, able bodies, but he's, I'm not saying he's disabled, but he's in terms of the size wise, that puts him into a greater disadvantage in that sense. People, don't think that he's brave enough to jump because of the weight and issues and so forth. But I'm glad I helped him to overcome that.
Okay. So that's the encouragement that you provide to your friend. In a way, sorry, I'm not this. But the weight itself will make him fall faster, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
So in your context, if you can do it, why not us?
Yeah. It'll be good if you come in groups of friends. Yes. Because once you do have that, you have the motivation, encouragement from your friends to go ahead, don't back out. Like last July, I brought like 14 packs.
14?
1-4. And according to them, I brought the most number of packs together to jump.
Wow.
So we took the whole slot from, I think, about from 4 p.m. all the way until 6 p.m. and we continue until at night, right? We go for second round. Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm sure many people out there were also curious. How do you actually convince them to go for this jump,
The price, back then, it was cheaper.
Oh, because of the price.
Because of the price.
They go I don't think it's because of the price only.
And also because encouragement, because like I mentioned, if you manage to persuade 1 or 2, the rest will automatically will join.
Mentality.
Yeah, mentality. They will join.
Okay. But I'm sure that among the people there, some of them are first timers.
Most of them are first timers.
Most of them first timers.
I think only about 3 who jump before. Alright. The rest are all first timers.
So how you actually inspire them to go?
I think they saw my video.
Okay.
My video that I jumped. Right. I told them go for it. Don't think too much. Don't think too much. Just go ahead. Just conquer your fear of heights. Yeah. Once you can conquer your fear of heights, a lot of things you should be able to conquer along the way.
Okay. So what would you, when you met them, right? What's the one maybe like a motivational word that you say to them or phrase? Sorry.
Actually, when your friends, you don't even motivate them. You say you don't jump, I go up and push you down. You start thinking so.
That's motivating.
So if they wait for some time, then perhaps one of us will go up there and then we just start shouting, "You're holding back the queue." No, we got so many more people want to jump. Jump now, jump. Starting
So with 14, I think there's a peer pressure.
Yeah, I guess it works.
It was in the peer pressure. Yeah, I don't want to look good, right, amongst the people, so I might jump, even though there's fear inside me. All right, just now, okay, I'm just curious. Is there like a tandem jump that you can do in buddies or just solo?
Not in Singapore. Singapore, you still have to go alone. There are other countries that you can jump with a partner or jump on a chair and weird situations in a sense lah. So maybe perhaps one day I'll get to do that.
Yeah.
So far, I think the furthest I went was Canada.
Oh.
That was off the bridge
Yeah.
into the river.
Okay.
Yeah, that was cold. It was during winter period.
And the height would be roughly?
I think shorter than this. Most likely.
Shorter than this?
I think shorter than this. Maybe about 15. Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, since you're talking about, because you have done some Pattaya, Australia, no. Okay, in Canada. Interesting. What's the difference jumping off from a tower and jumping into a river or with the mountains by the side, with beautiful scenery? So what's the difference there?
I'm glad you asked. Yeah, I mean scenery-wise, it's much more nicer like the landscape we have in Singapore. The fear of jumping into the river is much more scarier than jumping into the pool, because the pool itself, they have already calculated like how deep the pool to be. So even if even if the cord snap whatever, you will just go into the water and save because of the depth. But when you go to the river, you do not know how deep the river. Okay, you do not know whether you hit the rocks, because it is literally like no river, rocks, the mountains and so forth. You know where you will end. But it is something different in that sense. Yeah.
Your preference between a tower and jumping in nature? Is there preference?
There's no preference as long as it's higher.
Oh,
if I can go higher.
All right. Okay.
So my dream is to jump off Macau Tower. Macau Tower is one of the highest in the world.
In the world, okay.
Yeah, I think it's about 100 over stories.
Yes. 100 over stories. Goodness. Yes, it's like the birch, man.
Something like that. I think in Dubai also.
Yeah, Dubai. Yes.
Yeah.
I think by the time I fall, my heart will go out of. I would think it'll be on the platform. My body will be down there. See?
So it's like your bucket list lah. Well, I kick off bucket list of bungee jump, but it's now bucket jump in Macau itself. One of the tallest in the world. So,
so that's our next one.
If COVID stops, I'm not that old. Who knows? Yes, I
You're all young. So now with all these 10 jumps, alright. So you may have such experience overcoming the fear as you mentioned, and how you actually can cope with different stresses, pressures. Now, what other lesson that you acquire from doing such an extreme, I would say extreme sport like this?
It builds a big character. Okay, because honestly, I mean, those people who are able to jump, you can see the difference. They are able to make decisions, adapt or make decisions in that sense.
Yeah.
I would say they have a bit more leadership quality.
Okay.
I can say that. Or even if they are a team player, they are very good contributing team player.
Right.
Okay. Most of them, I'm not saying everybody who does that, they are. But I can see that once you make the decision to jump, the decision to work together as a team or to lead a team is quite high.
Okay. So that's more on building the confidence of the individual.
The confidence.
So I suppose you will be getting all your stuff going through such programs, man.
I've learned it from you.
You pass it too?
Yes, I learned a lot from him.
Yes, everybody has to go through. Fear, no fear. But there's always this fear, yet how you manage and overcome your fear. Alright, and gather that courage. And let's see, we'll move on from there. Okay. So the thing is, what would you like to say to people out there, especially the people who love to try or want to try but have this fear? Okay. Just a few phrases. Just tell them.
Okay, let's try. Okay, first and foremost, don't think twice. Okay, because the more you think twice, the more you try 3 times and so forth, you will hesitate to jump and you fall. No, you won't jump at all. So don't make plans. Okay, don't make plans. If let's say, you think that okay, Sentosa got bungee, but don't think about bungee. Just go Sentosa, Then suddenly, hey, he got bungee. Okay, let's go for it. So because if you have plans and you have that fear of jumping, you will keep on hesitating to jump. You will not, even you go Sentosa, right? You will not go past AJ Hackett itself. So don't make plans, just go for it. If you have a partner, if you got friends, pull them together. Even if they are not jumping, ask them to give you moral support. Okay, from bottom, tell them jump, support you in that sense. Maybe one person upstairs is to kick you down if you're not jumping in that sense. But even if you at the end of it, when you're at the edge and after a few attempts you do not jump, do not worry. At least you make that, I would say you conquer 70% of it by going up there. So maybe, who knows, in future you will come back and you decide to conquer the other 30%. Yeah. So for now, just go for it. Get as many friends to motivate you, in that sense. And if I'm available, free, please bring me along. I don't mind jumping again.
There you are, man. So you need the company, you can ask Roasty to come along with you. Alright, give you the encouragement. So it's about making that first step.
Yes.
Alright, the bonus will be making that jump. But it's making that first step up to the tower and standing at the edge of the tower platform. But before that, enjoy the scenery first. Alright, so whatever you want to say, absorb the atmosphere, absorb the scenery, okay, and whatever pent-up feelings you have, gather that and let it out as you are jumping. So that's a good way of de-stressing.
Even you're worried, you can just close your eyes and jump. As long as you jump, people don't see your face, doesn't matter.
Hey, but you got GoPro, man.
Yeah lah. You can. There's ways to hide your GoPro. You can do that so you cannot see your face. So whether you cringe, whatever you do, your face, you close your eyes. You want to curse, you want to swear, you want to scream at anyone. By all means, I think it's a good way to distress. So some people distress by taking a hammer, whacking a place and so forth.
Right.
Distress over here. I think if you have like 10,000 problems there, up there you jump maybe your only problem is whether you can get back on earth alive. The rest all gone already. You will not remember them anymore already.
I'm sure when after the jump you touch earth, it's like your feet feel like jello, man.
Initially, yes. Initially you will feel jelly. After you just
like weightless and suddenly, I'm back to earth. Alright, thank God, man, I'm back. Right, so would you describe yourself as a really adrenaline junkie?
Yes.
To get high on this. At least better than getting high on drugs, right? At least get high on an adventure sport.
Correct.
Yeah. So you describe yourself as that adventure as an adventurer.
Adventure junkie?
Yes.
Yeah. I try to, when I go to different countries, see what other extreme sports that can try. Okay, I try to clear off all the bucket lists in a sense, whether it's bungee, whether it's skydive, whether it's wild water rafting. Yeah, all these things. I'll just go for it.
Okay. Skydiving? What's the next one?
Skydiving I've done twice.
Yep. Where about?
Canada and Australia.
Okay.
But skydiving is actually,
I saw that. Yes.
Skydiving is easier than bungee for me, I feel lah.
There's a tandem, right? Someone
it's a tandem
along with
you.
Yeah.
So
at least you're a bit assured. A bit assured.
Yeah. Anyway, once you in the plane, you cannot say no already because the person behind you will just push you. You cannot say anything.
There's no choice. This one you have a little bit of choice. Say your choice whether you want to jump on. All right. So adventure is something that some people say, oh no, it's not for me. All right. So how would you encourage, especially with our young kids today? Right, telling parents let them out and enjoy nature, enjoy the adventure, rather than just braving the adventure, sitting down at a home or behind the desk and just being competitive.
Yeah. The adventure builds a person. So if you are just going to let your kid use the iPad, just compare and play games and so forth, one thing is the interaction level between him and his friends or in future his co-workers. Very hard for him to make friends, very hard for him to mingle about, in a sense, or network for more business dealings. So if you allow him to go forth, take the plunge, anything at all. Okay, it builds him, give him more confidence that if he can do this, he can do a lot of other things in that sense.
So with that, Rosli, thank you very much. A wonderful chat I have, and I will do insights about what goes inside the mind of Rosli or those going to do a bungee jump. It is really going beyond your comfort zone. Always go beyond. You always stretch your comfort zone because you never know what you will discover about more yourself and how far you can go. In this sense, not how far you can, how high you can go, and how deep how low you go into the water and being back up again. So stay tuned again for the next series or for the next speaker. We're going to bring you a series of adventurous, adrenaline junkies that we have lined up for you. All right, so now it's bungee jump. Stay tuned for the next one. Thank you and have a very good day.
See ya.
Yeah, bye.